and you can go in. It's a museum of all these artworks. Yeah, this is where he lived, Pro Hart. Isn't that lovely? So, oh, he's got cars. Yeah. It's on one of the places to visit. And beautiful garden, by the way. And then they've got this sculpture park across the road, which I'm not sure what's that. It sort of looks a bit, what would I call that? Transformers type, Transformers. Not sure about that. But yeah, he lived here in Broken Hill. So, good old Pro Hart. And he died in 1998 or something like that. No, 2008 I think it was. Guess what time it is? It's coffee time. So this is an interesting story. This was like the first known terrorist attack by two Turkish, they call them Turkish sympathisers. And there were about 1,200 people on these little picnic trains. And they had a shootout and it killed a few people there, as you can see. But yeah, so this is the ambush site where the first terrorist attack. But they fit 1,200 people on these trains with they just had rough seating, they say. So they sit in it, but there's no tops or anything. So they were just all, they were just all sort of open carriages. And yeah, so 6 were killed and 7 were wounded, but 2 of them, the attackers, got killed 3 kilometres from here. So they had a 3-hour gun battle. So yeah, this is one of the heritage listed sites to come see in Broken Hill. The ambush site of 1915 on New Year's Day. How we've come so far. Okay, so part 2 of the picnic train ambush site is a replica of the ice cream cart. So the 2 men, they did bake Turkish delight and ice creams and confectionery type thing, but this is what they used as part of that ambush. They were ice cream vendors. And this is a place called White Hill, which is at the top of town. This is 3 kilometres from the ambush site. And this is where the 2 terrorists, because of the World War I, they were not happy with things. This is where they were killed, up here at White Rocks. So after a 3-hour gun battle, they were mortally shot, so I think they died slowly, and they came here, obviously on camel or horse, or so there we go. That's quite interesting. But what surprises us is that this place looks better with a picnic section, bins and everything. This is more well maintained than the innocent victims at the ambush site. So work that one out. But yes, there you go. there, death traps. These are the latest 2019, 2017. See. So this is the Palace Hotel, which is in the movie Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. This is what it's famous for, so we're going to go in and have a look and we'll see what it's like. locals. They're saying goodbye to us at Broken Hill. Hello.
The locals seeing us off.
Hi. Oh, off they go. So we're leaving Broken Hill.
Road for 1.5 kilometres.
But what we were saying was people that came from another country to Broken Hill, like the Europeans, immigrants, you know, Turkish.
People migrating to here.
Yeah, they had to have a boat trip. And that boat trip would have been weeks to get to Australia. They come with barely nothing. And then they get to the port. And then they've got to come another, how many kilometres? 700 kilometres out. 1,000 kilometres out to Broken Hill. And then no roads back then. On camelback. Through the terrain.
Or donkeys.
It really is 1883 all over again. So, you know, you got to take your hats off. And that happened everywhere around Australia, not just here, but like Kalgoorlie. And you think,
Gold Rush.
and you think, you know, they come on horseback with a cart with some of their clothing and come for what they think is a better life. Yeah, I'd have to question that. I'm not sure if it would be. Oh God, look at all the goats. Holy dooly. Oh, babies, and this is like a zoo. Yeah, there's goats over there. Oh. So definitely an interesting place, the South Australia, the New South Wales sign over there. The 5-star coffee shop facilities. Then you've got the South Australia sign. Oh, here comes a road train over there. And we've got the marker here. So, yeah.
I wonder who did this. I wonder who put that
I wonder who did that. Everyone's signs. Sad to see all this rubbish. Just, you know, I don't think the employment rate in this town would be too high. You think that maybe some people would come out and clean up their little town, although people shouldn't be putting rubbish, but, you know, yeah. Well, Adrian's offered me coffee at the border gate, the truck stop. I'm going to pass. Just going to pass. I'll wait. How do people, yeah, people must stand on their truck roofs or something. This is the official marker, South Australia, New South Wales, and that's the line right there. So with legs in between, I've got one half of me in South Australia and one half in New South Wales. I'm interested to think, would this even work? There was a dial tone. There was a dial tone. It worked.
Okay, let's go.